Hello, it's Guy Arnold from Slow Selling and the Slow Sellers Association, and this is our first video of 8 on 8 short things, small tips, small ideas that you can take that aren't going to take a long time, aren't going to cost very much money, but they're going to make massive impact to your business or your team or just even yourself if implemented significantly, successfully and professionally over the long term. And they also have good short-term benefit as well. Now, in this current problem, this crisis that we're going through, I understand that everyone is suffering in some way or other. And so this is not diminishing any thoughts of suffering or anything else. And I'm sure in your business, you will have taken all the emergency steps you possibly can to mitigate losses and to help yourself survive over however long this is going to take for us to get back to normal. The purpose of these videos is for us to reach out to you and say, now things are slowing down, now things perhaps are a little slower than normal, you might have some unexpected time on your hands. Here are 8 things that you can do that will not only be small and easy to do, but are actually going to pay you massive benefit, both in the short and long term, to make things more robust and remarkable in your business. So you attract more customers, convert them more easily, make them more loyal, and get them to talk about you for all the right reasons behind your back, which is, of course, what slow selling is all about. And if you have any specific questions, we've also got a little bit more time on our hands at the moment, which is, and we're using that to put all the training systems in place behind the Slow Sellers Association so we can launch it later on in the year. But if you have any specific questions for us, you can contact us at support@slow-selling.org, and we'll do our best to try and answer them as quickly and helpfully as possible for you and see if we can be of some small help in our own way to you personally at this time. So on with the video. This is step number 1 is reach out to your customers, gather feedback and see what you can do to help them, which is, of course, exactly what we're doing with this video. And the idea is that your customers are there for you most of the time. Having a break, having an unexpected slowdown is a great time to be able to just contact them, because they may have more time on their hands than normal as well, and ask them, what is it? What do you do really well that gets them wanting to come to you? What do you do not so well that they'd prefer you to do differently? And what else could you perhaps do in the future to help them better? And this information, if you do it right, and the way you gather feedback is very important, because the method of gathering feedback is different depending on which market you're in. Are you in a market where you're selling things fast, or are you in a more leisurely market, which is likely to be highly affected by the current problems? Or are you in a relationship situation like a B2B situation or a club or an environment like that? So the relationship you're in depends on how you gather this feedback. Again, if you're not sure how to gather feedback in the most effective time, we do publish information about this. Please do drop us a line, support@slow-selling.org. Say, I need some help on what's the best method of gathering feedback from my customers. This is the market I'm in. Send us an email like that, and we will send you some free information, some white papers on it, along with a bit of personal advice on that. Anyway, back to the point. Reach out to your customers, gather feedback from them. So not only can you now help them in the short term because you've reached out to them and you've gathered feedback from them, there may be some things that you can do in the short term during this crisis to add value to them, to add value to your community around you, to add value to the whole situation that everybody finds themselves in. So that might be something you can do in the short term that's very valuable, because when crises occur, people will remember the remarkable things that have been done. What have people done to be human and to reach out and to try and help each other and to spread goodness and hope when there's a lot of adversity and fear around? So that's one thing you can do. And the other thing is, when you get this feedback, it's going to give you a whole load of information, because your customers are going to be pretty honest with you at the moment. There's a lot of things coming to light, that because people are now a lot more real about the world and their own humanity, and perhaps even their own mortality, and they can be much more honest with you at this time. So not only is it a great idea to put feedback systems in place anyway, and please take it slowly, slow down to do this right. Feedback systems done crassly, feedback systems from off-the-shelf, just sort of simple resources that are sort of an afterthought, are going to add no value to you in any way. So feedback is a phenomenally important thing to do right, and it takes some time to get it right. So do slow down and get this absolutely right. These people then can tell you what you can start doing for the long term. So now also in this time of slowdown, you can start planning long-term changes, long-term improvements, long-term policy and process changes and developments. And we will talk about a few more of those in our next 7 videos. But the key here is reaching out, number 1, gathering feedback, number 2, and then we'll show you how to put those ideas into place and what to do with them once you've reached out and you gather that feedback in the following few videos. So good luck with that. Please do contact us, I've said, if you want some free advice and support. We're not going to be charging anyone for it, for anything, while this problem occurs. And we're happy to see what we can do to add value to you with no charge and no obligation. So please do reach out if we can help. Free resources on our website. Have a look at our website, slow-selling.org. It's got loads and loads of free stuff there. And we will, of course, be launching the Slow Sellers Association later on in the year, and we'll tell you all about that when that's ready to launch. Thanks for watching. Very best of luck. The key is here, when things are getting tough, look at what you can do to get on the front foot. Get going. Be proactive, as my great mentor Stephen Covey would say. Be proactive. Go forward. What can we do to be building, developing, getting ahead of the game whilst we have a little bit of a pause, a little bit of time on our hands? Thanks very much. Keep well. Namaste. Not allowed to shake anyone's hands these days. And all the best to you.